welcome to Energylandia. Hello and welcome to Energylandia. I actually started this vlog several hours ago. It was the first time I've been to this park, so I decided to do something a little bit different and just enjoy the park, kind of feel it, get an idea of what it's all about, and kind of get a reasonable expectation as to what I could get covered during these 2 visits that I'm here, or 2 days that I'm here for. Turns out we're gonna get a lot in. And why is that? Just because I've already done the big 3, well, I would say the big 4 in this park. So tomorrow's vlog, I'll be ranking all of these coasters in this park. But for today, it's gonna be a brief introduction into what this park is all about, especially for someone that's coming from afar. Seems like it's
Informacje na ziemi wzbudziły jednak zaniepokojenie, gdyż na przystatek Proszę odepnij teraz pas. Please now unfasten your seatbelt.
Let's go all the way to the back of the park for the real reason that we're here. So this tunnel takes us underneath the main driveway to get to the park, to the other side. I will admit I'm doing this kind of organically and I'm just exploring the park without a map to start. It's vast. I'm probably gonna ride some rides first before I actually start the vlog, because I've got 2 days here. It is kind of like a school trip day, so I'm gonna be competing with kids first to get some rides in, but it looks like pretty decent. In order to get into Zadra, you gotta go through a scare zone. I'm kind of happy, at least, that it's open. They're not happy to see us at all. Okay. There's another one. Hello. Bye now. About how long this line is, and wow, the music is pretty loud too. I still haven't seen Abyssius. Apparently it's over there. Oh, there we go. Here we go, baby. Can you tell I'm excited? It has been about an hour since I was last with you. The fog is somewhat, or the mist is somewhat cleared. I was so tempted to just stop and get pictures and video of that incredible atmosphere leading in, but what an atmosphere leading into my first ever ride on Zadra. In fact, my first 3 ever rides on Zadra. Just incredible. I'm gonna save my overall impressions for later on once it warms up because yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a colder day here, despite the fact that the sun is pretty intense right now. It is also Halloween here at Energylandia, and the houses are actually open, so I'm going to do that in a separate vlog and cover it. Okay, I don't know if I could pronounce many rides here. The Smiley Zelki Energys. This area is kind of unusual because it's kind of tucked away in the front side of the front right of the park. It's very unusual. And all these houses to check out. Prepare for a loud one, y'all. Oh, look at Hyperion. Oh dear. I just completed the Energylandia. Actually coming back out the entrance here. We have a full park day tomorrow, which is 12 hours. So we'll probably cover more of the park in general in tomorrow's vlog as well, because there'll be two. There'll be a ranking vlog and also just a park vlog as well. This place, whenever you look up, you just see, like, if you like coaster sightlines, then this is a park for you. It reminds me of, say, a park in Japan, where everywhere you look, you just see like massive structures tempting you to come through. The cycles here have been excellent as well, although some rides like Hyperion are running on only one train. Others are actually on two trains, so they're just cycling through runs very quickly, kind of like how a German park does it. No BS, just get the trains through. Everybody's prepared. Another insight I wanted to mention is that you'll notice that there's turnstiles at the entrances of all the roller coasters generally, or at least the bigger ones, and they give you a countdown of how many passengers can get onto the ride before you go into the gated section. The reason why I like that, though, is that the people here, including the kids, will actually call out people down the line and say, is there one person available for the train? And then they actually will make space for you to get through. So I just did 2 rides on Hyperion because of that, back to back, really fast, because I'm here on my own, and they just are like, yeah, come on in. So already big marks. I don't know, it's probably controversial to say, but I think that this park probably should have like a Vekoma boomerang as well, like an old school one, just to complete the set, considering that they have 2 family ones. I'm sure I'm already driving some of you crazy with the names of these rides, but I'm not going to try to correctly pronounce certain things like I said. But Boomerang is certainly one I can pronounce, and that's what that ride is called. Decent ride. Went in the station pass-through, which was very unique, and I've never been on a Boomerang quite like that before. Excellent structure behind me here to capture all the action coming backwards once you get to the top of that second hill, let's say, or the backwards spike. It was a great ride, and good for families. Will I go on it again? We'll see. Everywhere you look in this park, it's just one ride after another, and most of them are just coasters. We arrived at another one. Viking. Ooh. Well, an easy perspective on this one. most unpleasant. Yeesh. Or yow, as they would say here. Okay, we are just going back to back to back with the coasters. That's 3 in a row in a half an hour. And now we have yet another regrettable ride because the Ravisham Splitter, that's probably appropriate to say, but Ravisham Spinner was probably the roughest spinning or version of that ride that I've been on. That was not pleasant, and I will not be riding it again. Mayan of Vekoma SLC. A newer one, so maybe this will be smoother, as it's only about 10 years old from what I understand, and maybe the last one built for some time. Let's go.
Please now unfasten your seatbelt.
Another SLC done, and not a bad one, I will say. Probably the smoothest one I've been on for sure, but there's really no way to make that pretzel loop idea smooth. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't a crazy headbanger like that Revisham Spinner earlier, or just before this one, but yeah, second half wasn't so bad. Definitely not had any triggering memories of other SLCs out there. The newer trains, which makes for a smoother ride, reminds me a bit of Laurent as far as like the color scheme and everything of this coaster and the feel of it. But yeah, decent. I don't know where it ranks on SLCs. One day, some intrepid person out there is going to do a ranking of them all, but that's certainly not going to be me. I've never been on one of these Mack Tower water coasters before, so looking forward to this. Maybe a couple rides on this today. 0-minute wait. Let's go. Already wet. Oh, right up the backside. Good times, good times. Oh boy. Problematic. Whew. I've had worse. All done with the water coaster. It wasn't so bad. I do have a bit of dampness and a little bit of a soggy bum, but I've been through way worse, as I said, on the ride. As far as the experience was concerned, I definitely found it a little bit treacherous that the boat leans to the side and then leans back as you're going up that lift. A little bit of intensity. Probably the most intense part of the ride, actually, just psychologically. But yeah, like I said, it was a pretty decent ride. I would say it's something that a lot of parks could definitely use in like a family realm because of the sheer height of that ride. It's ridiculous. Like, yeah, once you're up there, you're like, wow, what a crazy view. How's this going to turn out? Turns out it's not that intense after the drop. The drop wasn't that intense, so, but definitely a unique ride. Glad I got it in. Maybe another ride on it tomorrow. We've arrived at Monster House just in time, as the houses close at 5 o'clock today, and it's 2 minutes to 5. Alien there. These are following us. This is a ghost train. Yeah, oh no. Good scare. On the left. Ah. I'm glad I did that last minute, as I had no idea that that was a ghost train. That was a great ride. Very unique. They love their fiberglass characters in this park, and you can tell by that ride for sure, because there's so much going on without the actual scare elements. And they got me twice. That was pretty good. Wonderland, if you're watching, that's how you do a ghost train. Okay, Zadra's on zero weight. I have no idea what the day tomorrow is going to be like, as it is going to be a Saturday. And yeah, who knows? The Halloween event is going to be 12 hours. It's going to be 12 hours for opening hours tomorrow, all the way till 10. So there'll be some night rides, hopefully. Well, there'll definitely be some night rides. We'll definitely cover Formula tomorrow and get that POV. It's an excellent ride. Definitely worth a couple more before I'm out of here. Before we do Abyssius, we might as well get on the Choco chip gargantuan Vekoma mine train that they have here, which, like I said, I've done before. You can see gargantuan, or I can confidently say that based on the size of this line. You really gotta hustle here, as it just keeps going. You see what I mean by the length of these lines. We still have a locker area to check into. Pause for a moment for a great shot of Abyssius. And Zadra. Okay, here we go. Choco Chip Creek done. There was some interesting reactions to the elements. Let's say that ride, but that's a crazy ride. It's so long, 3 identical sized lift hills, just keeps going, and it's not done. You can see some of the mountain work hasn't been completed yet, unfortunately. I'm sure they'll get there one day, maybe this coming off season. But for now, say hello again to my corny friends. They love corny friends here in Europe. We had some of those in Freizeit Park. Cologne. Well, we gotta hustle back to Abyssius. Now, I was actually incorrect. You can wait for a front row ride on Zadra, but not for Abyssius. So this is the harder one to get. So we're gonna go for it and see, try our luck.
Proszę, odepnij teraz pas. Please now unfasten your seatbelt.
We could run. There's 1 minute to go to get a night ride or a semi-dusk ride on Zadra, but it ain't gonna happen. I just know it won't, because we have a fair journey ahead of us to get there. In fact, we went the wrong way. A nice dusk ride, front row on Abyssius to end the night, since Zadra, I'm pretty sure, is going to be closed. In fact, I've not seen any runs go since I made my plans to get down here. It's getting a bit sinister around here. Stay tuned for that vlog tomorrow, as we will have a comprehensive sort of night, as we'll cover everything at the night here at Energylandia for their Halloween event, including night rides on the big rides, plus another 7 coasters that I have to do. There's actually 19 running today, despite the park claiming that they have 20, so I'm gonna have to double check on why that is, because RCDB disagrees. Impressions of Abyssius are concerned, I've never heard any bold claims that it's an incredible ride, and now having been on it, I know why, because it's a great ride, don't get me wrong. The launch isn't that snappy though, and also, yeah, you know, it just kind of meanders, which I guess makes sense for a water coaster, as it's classified by Vekoma, because it kind of just does waves, it meanders, it goes back and forth, it does a helix and a turn and an S-turn and yada yada yada, but there's not much stand out about it. That trim at the top of the drop as well is very disappointing. It really slows the train down. Unfortunately, as I'll probably cover in tomorrow's vlog, I prefer Formula. Indeed, didn't make it in time. About 2 minutes late. I haven't even discussed the decor of this park and just overall the experience yet, but I'll definitely cover that tomorrow. This is the main haunt area, as there's 3 other haunted houses here, which we will cover tomorrow as well. Hopefully those lines aren't crazy. And the scare zone that you just saw earlier that I was greeted with at the beginning of my day here. And to think that this all was not built only 5 years ago. It's kind of crazy to think. Most theme parks take the better part of an entire lifetime to get theming like this. It's probably best that I didn't wait for that. I'm going to prioritize it tomorrow anyway. I've got 3 rides on it already today. 2 near the front and 1 straight in the back. Stay tuned for that review tomorrow. We're going to wrap things up here. The lighting in this park is not actually conducive to night events, I've noticed. In fact, we'll see what happens tomorrow because it is the official Halloween event. We may have 2 Halloween events tomorrow because I'm going to try to make it to Legendia just to ride the Lek coaster, essentially, and then come back to this park for an evening portion, as I do have the whole day, but having done all the coasters that I've done today, the vlog in the day portion tomorrow will be about all those credits that I missed. And then finally, we'll cover the big hitters that I didn't cover in this one as well. And then there'll be a ranking video as well, so there's a lot to cover. I got a lot of business here to do. Energylandia. It appears the monsters haven't officially finished their day. Very well, we'll see you tomorrow. There they are. I think they were at the front entrance. Now they're headed on back. We will see them all tomorrow again. Maybe more of them. They don't do too many haunt events here in Europe, or at least they're newer to it, considering that where I'm from, we're getting into like the 4th decade of certain haunts running, which is crazy to think about. Whereas here, it's like kind of been like the last 10 years. I've noticed that most of these theme parks have started to get onto the Halloween trend. Halloween's not something that they really celebrate anywhere in Europe. That'll do it for the first day here at Energylandia. Kind of hectic as I was just panicking trying to get everything in, and I didn't even get everything in. I only got the major coasters and a couple other credits in, but I'll have more time to relax tomorrow and take it all in, and there'll be 2 vlogs to cover everything, including Hyperion, which I did not cover my review of on this particular vlog, but be sure of it on the next one, because I got 2 rides on it today, and I'll make sure to get some more, including Zadra and some other gems as well. Well, there's not really any gems left here. I would say that it's lacking a bit in the adult sort of ride department as far as the coasters are concerned, because yeah, you have some very limited selections for adults. But the adults that are here, they seem to really love the kids coasters, so it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem here at Energylandia. So definitely enjoyed it. It was a very good day. I highly recommend coming in the, say, fall season. I can't really compare it to any other time, but if the size of these lines are any indication, it can get quite crazy here. I'm sure I'll find out more about that tomorrow. But for today, very successful and a great time. Some major rides that I wouldn't say that the coaster complement here is something that would bring people out from around the world if you're really crazy about bigger thrills. I did notice some international tourists here, but yeah, it is very much like a family park, and you definitely get that vibe here. Although there is, you know, those other kids here, but yeah, everyone's very respectful for the most part, which has been very refreshing compared to where I'm from. No line jumping to be seen. Like the list goes on as far as like the conduct of the guests here, and I would say that's a reason alone to come here. I don't even think I want to go back to my family park, or sorry, I don't think I want to go back to my home park based on the experiences I've had in the last 3 days in these German and Polish now parks. So that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm off to Krakow to get lost because I'm not going to have GPS, but hopefully I'll be able to make it back to my hotel tonight. This place is located in an interesting location, which I've never noticed any other vloggers mention, because 20 minutes down the street is probably one of the most infamous sites in the world. That's all I'm going to say. I don't really need to reference it, but it seems like it's unusual that they had located this park here. It's almost like, I'll say for one thing, it's a tourism grab in a way, so it makes sense because I will be going there to visit. There will be no vlog, but yeah, it's kind of weird how you get the bad with the good in this particular region. That's all I'll really reference in regards to that. But yeah, interesting. Time to carry on and do Poland proper now. We've done energy. Now let's see what the Polish capital is all about. But for now, that's Energylandia. Finally made it. Still can't really believe that I'm here, but yeah, it's finally done. Can't believe I've been on Zadra. Can't believe I've been on Hyperion, Abyssus. The list goes on, but we've done it. So fantastic. Can't wait for tomorrow. Thanks for dropping in.